17.5. Hey y'all, artist poet girl here, also known as APGJamie, and today I'm going to show you my take on the paperclip beads. You know, they're kind of a current theme, fad idea going around. And this is an old type of project that's been around for a long time, and Paula Froder, I believe is her name, brought it back into the view. So that's kind of where the current popularity has come from. Okay. Now, like I said, this is my take, and these are jumbo-sized paper clips. They're not quite, or they're right around 2 inches. Okay, y'all. And I found some of the gold color ones, gold. Anywho, I'm using my favorite glue, and I measured out a strip of this happens to be painty paper, because I have scraps of painty papers on my desk. Oh, I'm not done with my painty papers, y'all. Don't even think I'm done with them. Anywho, using some scraps there. Okay, and I sort of measured it out and kind of folded it around. I thought, yep, that's enough. So now I'm just going to piddle fart until I find other things to decorate on this here paperclip bead. Okay, because now it's a bead. It is, because you can't use it as a paperclip because you wrapped that paper all around, covered up the clippy part. Just saying. Anywho, that's a little strip of gold cardstock, and I am just using scraps on my desk. I've got a pile of them, y'all. I just can't seem to put them in the recycle bag. Just can't seem to do it. Okay? And my pile is piling up. Just saying. And I've got die cuts over there, miscellaneous die cuts and bits and pieces, and I don't know, y'all. You know, I just like them, and I just can't quite toss them into the recycle bin. So we're going to use some today. Just saying. That is a little short strip of, they're not really gems. They're from the Dollar Tree, and it come on a roll, on a roll like ribbon. Okay, and there's like five rows of faux gems. They're not gems, they actually sink in instead of bubble out, and they're painted, and they're kind of gem-like. Anywho, they're on my desk, so they're getting used. And I think by the end of this video, I used every darn one of them, or at least the ones I didn't lose. Anywho, because sometimes they fall on the floor and you can't see them anymore. Anywho, this is a longer video for me. It's not quite 35 minutes, but you might as well call it 35 minutes. Okay? And I'm using my pokey tool to transfer some of my Aleene's glue from my little palette over there onto my paperclip bead, so I can adhere down those faux gems, not gem things. You think it's confusing on your end? You should be in my head. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm going to talk about for 30 minutes, other than maybe I need to get some vocal lessons. That sounded really silly, funny in my head. So, like I said, I'm just piddle farting, piddle diddling around, looking for stuff to use on this particular one. Now this, let's see, I think I even have this sped up slightly. Yes, it's sped up to two times real speed, and it will get faster, because I played with these things for a good hour and a half maybe. That includes me walking away while the camera was running looking for junk, or answering the phone, or letting the dogs in and out, or whatever I was doing. Okay? Because sometimes I thought, oh, I want to use that punch, because I didn't have all my punches out, and I still don't have all my punches out. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. And sometimes I'm using my finger, and sometimes I'm using my pokey tool to put the glue on there. Now these are kind of thick. These got to be about a 1/4 inch thick, and that's pretty thick. in my opinion. Well, maybe not for a bead, but for a paper clip, it's pretty thick. So here is a faux postage stamp. It's going to be one of them days, y'all. Y'all should have heard me talking yesterday to my husband. It just wasn't nothing coming out right. So this is where I decide I'm going to put a paper clip on the back of this paper clip bead, because isn't that funny? To turn a paper clip into a bead, and then turn it into a paper clip again. I know I am pretty sure, positive I am, well, I'm not positive because I haven't searched it, that I'm not the first one to turn one of these paper clip beads into a paper clip, okay? But I've not searched, so I don't know. Anyway, it's just my take, okay? And I'm really pleased with how these came out. I just love them, and I want to keep them on, but I'm not going to, because, I mean, who needs that many paper clip bead paper clips, okay? Okay. So that's got, it's actually, this one's going to be a hidden paper clip. I like hidden ones because you can slide them on the side of the paper and little bits of them stick out like a little tab. Well, that's if you're going to use these in a book or a journal, because they're kind of thick, but you know, you could. They're just pretty. They look pretty. Okay. Okay. Actually, oh my goodness, y'all. Actually, you could use them as, still use them as a bead. Almost all of them except for at least one of them. Anyway, you just hang them off a chain or a ribbon or something off the side of your journal. Good gracious. Not only is my tongue not functioning, my brain's not making connection. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe my brain's not quite making connection. So that's a repeated process. I find the paper I want to use, and hopefully I have enough of it. And I wrap it around there and put some creases, and then I come back and glue on both ends. I slide the first one underneath the clip there, just to kind of get it to hold in place. Hold it, Newt. And I'm clipping them. I think I clip pretty much all of them, maybe not, for a minute or two, and then some of them I set aside and come back to, which you'll see, which you've probably already caught a little of. And I think this one is still sped up to 2. Let's see. Let's just take a look. No, this one's a 3. Oh, this is 3 times normal speed, y'all. This is where my program can kind of mess up when I do 3 times speed, because it's not a preset speed for my editing program, y'all. But it's what I'm doing. So, la 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 with my hands. It's like, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't know. We're doing it off screen. So, we'll just come back to that because I don't know what I'm going to do. That's a little teeny tiny envelope. And it looks like I glued a little flower on it. Now I'm going to cut the bottom there so that I can slip the point of that envelope in. And then it ends up getting stuck, and it gets unstuck again later, and I slide a little heart punch in there later. I don't think you even see that part. Okay? Just, you know. I don't know my process. I'm just like, yeah, I like that. No, I don't like that. It's like, okay, I like that. I like that cattywampers on there. I'm going to make a tassel. So I'm just taking some crochet cotton thread and wrapping it around another scrap piece of cardstock there on my desk. And I have 2 different kinds. I have a pink, and then I have a tan that has a gold thread going through it. And really, I had gold threads over there. I could have just used real gold thread. Well, not real, but, you know, gold thread. And I slid a piece of thread through there, and I'm tying it in a really tight knot. Okay, and then you bow your paper to pull your looped threads around, and you take another string and you lay your tassel on there so that the string that you tied at the very top is to your right, and then you tie that string around just underneath where your loop is. I know it's very confusing, isn't it? You tie it really tight a few times, okay? You got to try to keep all your strings separate. because you want to really use the same color. Well, no, you could use an accent color, because this is just kind of like a little accent piece that holds the tassel together at the top. Okay? And then you pull your looped threads pretty much as tight as you can. I'm going to have to do a video close-up on that. And now I'm putting some Aleene's glue around the top. And now that top string there is tied in a couple knots, and I'm just going to loop those two threads around and clip them short, and they will stay in place because of the glue. Okay? Okay? Now I'm going to clip the loop on the other end, and this is where the tassel comes in. Okay? So I got all my little loops cut. Now I'm going to line them all up. And hold them between my finger and cut them just like hair so that they're straight. But you don't have to cut them straight because they could all be crooked. Okay? I just like tassels that are straight. This kind of tassel isn't straight. So there we are. There's our little tassel. Now I'm going to loop one thread through the paperclip bead. And I'm going to hold both together and tie them in a knot. I'll probably do a double knot. I don't know. I don't remember. Let's see. Nope, one time. And now, because I'm going to cover the back up, I'm going to glue my extra string up the back part of that paperclip bead, and trim off the excess. Excess, not access, because we're excessing. And there's a little tassel. I think I'll give you a close-up in a minute, but I'm not going to swear to it, y'all. And there's our little envelope. I don't think I'm quite ready to put it on there because I need to put a paper clip on the back. And I just cut a little slit in my back paper so I can slide the paper clip in there. I tend to put can you see? I tend to put the small side towards the inside, and that gives you more clip on the outside. Okay? Tend to. Sometimes I miss that because it happens. Because, you know, it's me, y'all. I like that purple dot. Circle. Purple circle. So let's glue that on there. And we're going to put some glue on the back of the paperclip bead. So we glue that on there. I like it. And now there's our paperclip. We want it to go that way, because it depends on which side you put your paper clip on as to which side of the paper you can slide it on. Okay, you can slide some of them on the left, some of them on the right, just all depends. Look at that one. See, that's pretty. I like that. That's pretty. It's like, yeah, let's just keep doing that. Okay, so I was actually under a little bit of a time pressure because I had to go to work that day. I was docent down at the art gallery. And so I make 3 in the morning before work, and then I come home after work and I make a few more. I don't forget. I think like 5 more. I think I made a total of 8. I'm not gonna swear to it. And by the last one, my hands was getting a little fiddly tired. Okay, because y'all know I have some hand-finger ulnar nerve carpal tunnel surgery stuff, and yeah, they get a little flippy, and stuff will actually fly out of my hand like I threw it, and I don't even know where that comes from. So that's some wheat, die cut wheat that I got from, it's an unbranded die from Aleene. And there are 3 pieces there, and they're cardstock. And I thought, well, I'm just going to make them just a little bit thicker and make it one. So I kind of glued them together. Now, they're not all the same die cut, because that came with 3 different wheat sheaves. I don't know what they're called, y'all. And but I stuck them all together, so they're really actually kind of neat looking because they got these little floaty ends on them. I thought, yeah, I like that. Oh, that's a stack over on the counter of scrap paper, y'all. And that just happens to be actual paper, which is slightly thicker than copy paper, but not as thick as cardstock. So I folded it into 3s, and so now it's at least as thick as cardstock. And I'm going to put a little paper clip on there, and I'm slicing through the 2, and now we're going to glue it together. Oh, it stopped that. Seriously? So we got all our glue going on there. I'm going to fold it up. Now I got to stick my finger through there into the glue to slide my paper clip on, which I did. Put that craft knife up. Now it's just whatever black ink happens to still be on my little blender tool there, y'all. That's all it is. I did not re-dip it into any kind of ink. It's just whatever was left on there. And you can tell just a little bit. Okay? Okay. So there, I'm getting it all smashed together. Now let's put our little shape branch of wheat on there. I know it's not wheat color, y'all. Go along with me, all right? All right. Now on the bottom of that, I have the bottom part of the bead hanging just below that folded dotted paper. So now we're back to the envelope, and I'm going to be I did attach that tiny little envelope on there. Now we're back to the wheat, and I have one of those, I think they're called clothing pins. See that? It's another unbranded product. Oh, and I was going to round the corners, but my rounder wouldn't go on there. So I thought, well, I'll just take these little scissors and round them with that. And I just went snip, 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 snip 4 times. 4 corners. Now it's a little unglued, so we'll just stick some glue in there. And here we go to the next one. This must be the afternoon now. After work, y'all. I'm going to try to make my line just a little straighter than with the scissors. Maybe. Just a little. Yeah, about that much. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. Okay. And again. And now let's see how fast the speed we're up to now. Oh, now we're up to 4, y'all. 4 times real speed. Zippity zippity. And we're about halfway through the video. Same thing. Making it fit. Tucking it in. Or putting my glue on the ends, tucking it in, and wrapping it around. Clipping it so it stays stuck, and it's going to be my back. I think it's funny because I have a rubber stamp that I got from a private seller person whose name I cannot think of. And, yeah, I just can't think of it. Anyway, it's a rubber stamp that looks like paper clips, a pile of paper clips, y'all. It's really cute. I really like it. I've had it a few years. It's nice to know I still use it. So I'm like, what do I want to put on the back of that? I don't know. I don't want to use that dotted paper anymore. Ooh, let's go with black, y'all. Classic black. I think I'm punching. Yeah, I punched it with my little faux postage stamp punch over there. I have a rectangle and a square. Now I'm tracing around that back piece so that it doesn't stick out past all that. I planned on angling it, but I don't think I end up angling it. I think I end up going straight up on it. I'm a lie. I don't remember. Let's watch and see what I do. Do 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 do. And that's all I'm going to do to that. I don't want to get a violation on it. So, anywho's. Now I thought, well, let's put one of these, with that a Jane Davenport washi tape. Let's put one of these girls on there. Cutting it back. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I just don't know. I thought, no, I didn't like that. I just couldn't find a color that made it. Just didn't make me happy, y'all, for whatever reason. Whether it was the color of the girls' dresses or the way it looked on the black card. Oh, sorry, y'all. Did I pass that, y'all, around the world? Pardon me, excuse me. Seriously. Sorry. Continuing on. So I'm not going on an angle. I'm going straight up and down this time, or back and forth, because it looks like a square. Let's put some little strips hanging down on there, shall we? Yes. Let's make some little flags. Those little tiny strips you cut off can come in handy. I know, we're so inclined to just toss them in the recycle bin. Now I'm trying to round the corners of it. My little corner rounder right there was just silly, because they end up having to come back with regular scissors and just round them that way. Now that one worked because that's a little bit thicker of a strip. And yep, I think I want it about like that. Yep, about like that, about like that. Make sure I get my paper clip going the right way. Okay. Oh, I decided I'm going to ink the edge on this one. So I got out my, I believe that color is Vibrant Fuchsia. Oh, speaking of colors and ingredients, there's a list in the description box below. Okay? Okay. Just saying. There's a list in the description box below. I didn't really use a whole lot of ingredients because these are all scraps. So I really didn't. I think the only thing I named was the glue and the ink there. Because other than that, I don't know. Oh, I pulled out the gems instead of, because the green ones just didn't quite. It just looked too Christmassy with the green. Okay, so I pulled out the gems. That's the only thing that wasn't on my desk. And I'm like, yeah, let's use that color right there. Oh, and the quote. I had to get a word because I'm like, this one's just missing something, so I put a word on it. Okay? That's all I'm saying. And I think this is the only one I put a word on. And I'm just using leftover ink that's on that blending pad right there to go around the outside of that little word. And put a little more glue on my palette, get my little pokey tool, put some little dots of glue around on there. Y'all know I like the number 3. I'm just saying, because I really do. My age should be 33 instead of 34. Maybe I'll have to be 33 on my next birthday. What do y'all think? It's a good number. I like the number 34, but 33 is a good number too. That equals 6. 34 equals 7. We'll just stick with 34. Anywho, trimming that one off so it'll fit my little clip. I know, I thought about maybe shortening this, and because if I'd have sped it up any faster, y'all, you really wouldn't have been able to see much, and that just would have been so useless. Okay. And I wasn't going to show y'all. I was going to cut some of them out. And I thought, no, I'm just going to show them. What the heck? What the heck? Right? Right. So this one I've decided I'm just going to wrap some of that crochet cotton thread I have sitting over there. Because it's sitting on my desk. Okay? And it's just like, yeah, let's just use that. So I just wrapped it around there, wiggle wobbled it, and putting some glue on the back and smooshing it down. And now it's on there. There we go. And I like it. I liked it. It is pretty. Oh, goodness. Speaking of speeding things up, if you would like to slow this video down or speed it up even more, when you hover over the video screen, if you're on a laptop and a computer, I don't know if this works on the phone, okay, or an iPad, because I don't have an iPad. But anyway, if you hover over the video with your little pointer, a little menu kind of pops up at the bottom of the video screen, and you got a little gear. If you click on the little gear, another pop-up box comes up and it says normal, and if you hover over the word normal, it'll pop up another box that gives you different speeds, so you can slow it down if you want to go slower to see more details. That's just what I would probably maybe sound like if you did that. I don't know. Or you can speed it up, and then I talk really, 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 really fast and sound really funny, sort of. It can be entertaining that way, because I want you to watch the whole thing, because it's fun, y'all. And I couldn't hardly stop making this. If my hands hadn't got so tired and got so flippy floppy, I probably wouldn't have stopped making them just yet. But, you know, that happened. So I'm just going to continue on. Oh, and let's talk about hovering over that little menu down there again. The word subscribe pops up. If you've not already subscribed, would you please consider doing so now? Click on the word subscribe. Okay, and then a little bell comes up after you say yes, I want to subscribe. A little bell's there to the right of the word subscribed, and you click on the bell, and then you'll get sent reminders of new videos that I upload. Okay, which is on Friday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Time, y'all. So that particular one, I thought, hey, let's angle it and see how it looks. And I liked how it looked. You can't hardly tell. It'd been better if I'd have inked the edges, but you know, so it goes with me. Sometimes I ink, sometimes I don't. And that has some leftover matte bits. And there's the, I think that's maybe the last of the little green gem thingy, ribbon thingy from the Dollar Tree. Or maybe there's one. I think there might be one more I stick somewhere else. Anyways, putting them on there. Now that one is cattywampers. See, so it kind of will hang sideways a little bit, sort of. Okay. And it's like, yeah, oh, there, look at that die cut bird. That came on a big rectangular sheet. It adds, it's an unbranded die. It has cattails and a little bush tree and some flying geese and that there, what's that bird? Heron. That's a heron, I think, probably. That's what I'm calling it. It's a heron. And a big old dragonfly. I love that big old dragonfly, yo. Anyway. That's what that is. I think this is my favorite one. Actually, I think they're all my favorite one. That one with the blue circled background was not my favorite one, but I came back later when y'all was blinking your eyes that we haven't even got to that part yet. Well, it's later anyway. And I put on some clear diamonds, y'all. I put diamonds on it. And that was just exactly what it needed, because then after that, it's like, yeah, that's my favorite one. Each of these is my favorite one. Now, this one I'm going to do different, too, because now I'm getting shorter little scraps there, and I thought, well, let's just wrap around this one, and then we'll put a different color at the top and a different color at the bottom, and really which side is top and which side is bottom. I don't know, because it doesn't really matter. Okay? Oh, and let's go back to that menu down there. Okay, when you hover over the video, there's a little on the leftish kind of side is a speaker looking thing. If you want to hear me talking no more, click that. I'll just shut right up for you. Not quite. Like, well, I would if you clicked it and told it not to you didn't want to hear anymore. Which I do when some people play music, because, you know, it's just like over and over. And it's like flipping that song. It's like that music's not really a song. And it's just like, okay, that's enough of that. Just saying, because that's me. Or you can listen to me. I'm cool either way. Have I mentioned how much I appreciate y'all's kind comments, your likes, and your shares? Because I really like when y'all share my videos and I get new viewers and people that, you know, comment and say how funny I talk. Well, I don't necessarily like them saying how funny I talk, because I don't think I talk funny. I sound just like everybody else around here. Anywho, gives me a wider audience, and I appreciate that, because, you know, try to spread the word. Have a little fun while you're doing your art. Happy arting, right? Right. Because, you know, if you're not happy doing it, why are you doing it? Quit it. So now, where's those green things again? I'm going to use 5 this time, because the 5 will fit on there, and I'm like, yeah, I like that. It's just perfect. There's a little sticker thing on the back, so I'm taking the release paper off. I think I remember to do that pretty near every time. There we go. Ta-da! It comes back to that one. Because sometimes I gotta set them aside, you know, let them set up and dry for a second or 10 while I think about what else I'm gonna do. That's just a teeny tiny strip of gold. I'm gonna do them all that way. And this is one where I thought, well, you know what? I'm not even going to hide that paper clip on the back. Let's just glue that paper clip right on the back. Oh, no, I do cover it up. I made a liar out of myself. I'm a liar, y'all. So just slide that paper clip on there, and now I'm going to glue the whole thing down. it kind of is a hidden paper clip, isn't it? I reckon it is, because you know it's the same color that's wrapped around there. So yeah, trim off just a little bit. Clip it, clip it, clip it good. Put another clip on there. Oh, pops off. That's funny. Musical, musical, musical interlude. It's a musical, 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 musical interlude. Just for you, just for me, just for we, musical interlude. It's been a while since I did that, y'all. If you even knew I did it. If you didn't know I did it, you should go back and watch some of my older videos, because yeah, I do that every so now and again. Sometimes I do it out in public. You should see the looks I get out in public. Next time I do that out in public, I should film them instead of me doing it. So anyway, that's a piece of striped paper. And I thought, oh, let's wrap it around and see how that looks. And I liked how that looks. So now I'm roughing up the edge on this. Okay. Okay. With the side of my scissors. I don't have one of those distress tools or whatever, which is okay, because you know I hardly ever distress edges, only when I'm miscut. No, this one was actually cut straight, but I wanted distressed edge. I don't know why. Something different. So now we're going to glue it all together. Put our paper clip on there before we glue the back on. There we go. All right, there it is. There it is. Layer it all up. Get them layers going on, y'all. Line that paper clip up so it'll be kind of straight. Clip it up. Set it aside. We're going to set it aside? Yeah. Alright, let's move on back to the orange one. Let's put some of these colored gems, because now they're on my desk. They're fair game. Putting 3 on there, because y'all know I like that number 3. We've already discussed that this video. Alright, y'all, we only have a couple minutes left. And there's a pretty good photo montage. I think you'll like it. So hang around and see it. Because I took my photos and I thought, oh wait, I didn't clip them on anything so people could see that it's actual paper clips and it really does work. Okay? So I went back and took a couple pictures of my paper clips on a folder out in the backyard. So that's what you'll see first. And then I'll show you the prettier pictures. So I thought, well, I want to angle it because it looks wrong if they're not angled. So then I came back and I angled them. And I'm going to rough up those edges just so they just have a little continuity going on. Okay? It looked better. Made me happy. And that's what counts. Makes you happy. Put a little glue. Just glue that down. Oh yeah, that's a ticket. And I think this is where I used that last little green gem, not gem thing from the Dollar Tree. Oh, I got plenty over there behind me. Don't worry. This was just what was on my desk. Look, there they are. Photo montage. There they are, clipped on the side of a folder. See, they really work. And here they are. Close-ups. They're all pretty. They all make me happy. Look at that tassel. That is some bang-up good job tassel. Just saying. I like them. They all makes me happy. I appreciate each and every one of you, your valuable time that you spend with me. I truly appreciate it, and you, your kind comments. They just make me so stinking happy. Your views, your shares, your likes, your kind comments, your disclaimer screens. I just thought I'd throw that in there. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.